Well, back at the CIA, folks. It is, oh, Jeebus, 12:05 on June 16th. This is for June 15th. And I'll have to say that today was yet another good day for the Jester. Except I was kind of bummed out that, didn't get to get more pics outside of all the bikes and etc. That was the only bummer for this weekend, was not getting all the footage, man. It sucks being in the kitchen during a big event like this. Like our first year, when I helped out with our Road Run when our parents operated it, we had a chef and we had actually, the kitchen was taken care of. So all that my family had to take care of was prep, dishes, and helping out with the front. And the first year that I did it, I was helping out with the front as far as bussing tables, taking a waiting list, making sure everyone had their free coffee, and making sure the chica bonitas were muy bueno, very good, along with myself being very good with the chicas. That's one thing I definitely missed this year, was, I'll phrase it as far as eggs goes, looking at the sunny side up. That's bad, Jesse. But I did miss that. I miss seeing all the bikes, and I mean, I did see a lot of them, don't get me wrong, just coming up and just seeing them here and there in town. But it wasn't like the first year when I went camera crazy. I had time to go outside and take tons of pics, man. I'll have to put a couple up in this blog so you can take a look. I have some where the bikes, they like to line up all the way across the block, going up the block and even down the block, and you know, each one is like parallel, right next to each other, going all the way down the entire city block. And then our restaurant's right on the corner, so it's cool. So you get all these bikes, you know, coming down both corners, all lined up. And you got all these, you know, big hefty leather, big grody beard, tough guys with their shades. Standing outside of a restaurant waiting to get in, enjoying the free coffee in the morning. So I definitely missed out on that this year. And my sis did a horrific job. I mean, I'm glad that she got a little bit of footage and some pictures, but nothing compared to our first year, man. That was the most memorable year. I had pics of maybe like 50 different bikes, man. And it was cool, since what I did is, once I took all the pics in one day, then I'd take the time when I went home to print every single one out. And then we'd post it on the side wall of the cafe, right where the register was, so that if repeating customers came back, they would see their bike, you know, up the Eel River Cafe. We had those pics up for a while, but we took them down a couple weeks ago. So, parents really appreciated me coming up and helping out. I can't imagine, geez, what a possible disaster it may have been without me there. Place is just, I don't know. No one's really motivated in Southern Humboldt. That's the only bummer thing that I find. At least as far as the cafe goes, no one really has that strive to want to do a good job and put in tons of hard work. I mean, don't get me wrong, my parents, they're getting towards the age where they just want to settle down, especially my dad. But the restaurant, running a restaurant and having a restaurant is a very demanding business, and you always got to stay on top of it. I'm going to be working with them in about 2 weeks when I go for my summer break. Maybe we can improve on some things, like keeping the prep room orderly and clean throughout the day, and making sure that Our dishes are always on top, always on their game. Since during this weekend it was so tough. I mean, my sister and her boyfriend, they were dishwashers along with my dad, and we had 4 dishwashers, and yet we still kept on running out of plates. I had to keep on running off my station to go grab plates right across. It isn't that far of a walk. It's like 2 or 3 steps, basically. But when you're focusing on like cooking 4 different orders of eggs, like omelets and mediums and easy scrambles, and on top of keeping toast and waffles, and keeping an eye on mom's back, make sure things are done, etc. It's it gets hectic in there, but that's the kitchen life. But overall, I mean, we did pretty successful this weekend. I guess Friday and Sunday we did better money-wise compared to last year. And I think Saturday was pretty good too. So I'm glad about that. If anything, I was frustrated at myself just over the weekend a couple of moments. There's this quality standard, man. Since I've been going here at the CIA, I mean, the expectations have risen so much more higher than what I was trained there, and I feel like crap half the time that I serve out eggs, just a little bit of brown on them, or like my omelets. Since we're in a rush, everything's gonna go. I mean, we had like on Saturday for a good 2 or 3 hours, 9 tickets, all up at the same time. Just keep on, repeating. Almost the entire wheel was filled, and each ticket had like an average of 6 covers, maybe more, 6, 8 covers. It's crazy. 2 people taking on the onslaught and having, people wait. And I guess people, according to front of the house, waitresses, they said that they had people waiting for food for a good hour or more. And I guess that's what they did last year and the year before that. These bikers, they want to get fed. And I guess we do an okay job at putting out some decent food that are liking for a cheap price. So anyways, got back. Room was a disaster. I found that my shelf ship was broken, my shaka was knocked off the lamp, my chopping board was gone, there was melted canals everywhere, Poncho's bed was a mess, but that's as usual. My measuring cups were used, there's all these dishes in my sink and not Poncho's. So I did a good clean sweep tonight, got everything cleaned up, along with getting all my stuff unpacked. Then proceeded in watching some of The Office, which always puts a good smile on my face. And then I didn't see Poncho at all tonight. Kind of wonder where he's at. I'm guesstimating that he was down with my neighbors, since he gets lonely pretty fast, and since Blondie was gone this weekend. She actually got back 2 hours ago and stopped on by the room. She was very nice, and she gave us some gifts. She got us some saltwater taffy, some dried apricots, Turkish apricots, and some Arizona iced tea. Check out this shirt. My Faja had a spare shirt from the Redwood Run, and so if you see up there, this is a shirt that we had this year, which is really badass, and I'm being nice enough to give it to anyone who wants it. I guess that's it.